Familia, the time is here. Sephora recommendations. Hello, my name is MagdalineJanet. If you are new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Insta because I'm there daily. And I'm going to do a shortened version of my favorites on TikTok if you want to check it out. Let's just do the damn thing. I don't want this video to be 100 years long. It might be. My thought process in this video today was doing my I was gonna do top 3, but then who am I kidding? Top 5, 3 to 5. It depends on like the category. So my top 3 to 5 products from Sephora. I'll focus more on the newer products that have released because I've done my favorite Sephora makeup before, full face of Sephora, recommendations for Sephora. I don't want it to be too repetitive. So I want to change it up for you. So this is gonna be focused more on my favorite newer makeup. There's some makeup that's not new that I tried this year, and I'm gonna be demoing it. I just created this look, so I'll be inserting some footage. Let's start with eyebrows. You know how obsessed with eyebrows I am. These products have just been my favorite day after day after day. The Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Do I have my earrings on? Yeah. Do I have my mic on? Yeah. I also like Huda Beauty's pencil, but the only thing is it's really thin, which makes it that much better, but it can easily break. So if you do use it, make sure it's super low or filling your brows in. Oh my God, I can't speak. Talking about, let me fill mine in. I used this one today. They're also not waxy. That's what I like mainly about them. I find that waxy pencils tend to just rip off a few of my brow hairs. I need every hair I could possibly have, you know? And something that's a super quick, everyday, like a no makeup look is this Huda Beauty Balm Brows Full Fluffy. Like you just literally fluff them and you get a good amount of color and they just look nice and full. And then Release also their pencil, freaking good. It comes in like 6 shades. This is also a very, very highly pigmented pencil that is not as waxy. That's what I appreciate. Okay, you see, we kept it at 4. I typically don't use eye primers. You guys know I love this Makeup Forever concealer. I think it works great for the eyes, especially priming the lids. I just find it that it has this tacky but full coverage look that eyeshadows adhere to it very well. Pretty much all I use, you guys can see it's struggling. So let's go with palettes. I wanted to keep it at like a minimum with palettes. I haven't reviewed a lot of new palettes and recommend everyday palettes for you too. Mainly everyday makeup, just so we can keep it with the holy grails, things we'll constantly be picking up this year, but the ones I have, I really, really like. First up is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension palette. This is more of a neutral berry sort of palette, and it comes with 2 cream shades. You can use this as a base, like a primer base, as an eyeliner, and I did a few looks using this, and I just found it that it was very easy to use. And it's pretty pricey, so I feel like it's perfect to pick it up on the sale. The Naked Urban Decay Robin Eisenberg palette. And you guys, I'm just in love with this palette. Not only does it have a bunch of neutrals, you have your pops of blue. I personally love blue. It's my favorite color. So I think that's why I'm very attracted to this palette, because I found myself picking it up and just kind of hitting it over here, just doing those natural makeup looks. Also, Urban Decay's Naked formula and line is amazing. It's definitely one that is worth getting at the sale because you know with this, you're gonna get good quality, a good palette. You can create a bunch of looks. I do have 3 looks here on my channel using it, and ooh. This Empowered palette by Huda Beauty. It's her big palette for this year, and this is how it looks. It has so many different formulas. It has creams, it has shimmers, it has metallics, it has like a looser glitter, it has mattes. It's neutral, like a true neutral palette that I definitely feel it's perfect for every day. You can also glam up your look. They can become super, super glam. And that's what I look for when I am reviewing a palette or if I'm gonna buy a palette. I like versatility in palettes, especially when you're paying high-end prices, you know? Hey fam, I'm back. I'm so sorry. I was thinking last night, I was editing the video and then I'm like, I forgot Natasha Denona's palette. My first big Natasha Denona palette of this year, well, of ever. I even wore it today because I just felt so bad I forgot it. This palette you need. This is also a good one. And this is a great palette palette where you can get bold berry looks and everyday looks. Like I created this look with this palette today, and you see how it's kind of like everyday-esque, you know, with the shimmer. Cannot believe I forgot it. What happened was it was in the back. So, okay, yes, we like this. Here is my crease is tricky, so sometimes I gotta get it again. Okay, bye. And one that's just like a holy grail, one that I always use but don't really talk about, is this one from Rare Beauty. These shades right here, especially this one and this one, I use it for my inner corner all the time, and I'm always asked about what my inner corners are, and it's this one. I just love how beautiful this is, and that's the inner corner I have today. I just love this little thing. Let's move on. Let's move on with eyeliner. You know how obsessed I am with eyeliner. I just discovered this Rare Beauty eyeliner, by far the best black eyeliner out there. You need this. It's super thin. You'll always have thin lines. It's super easy to use, very pigmented, very black. It lasts all day. You already know Fenty. I've talked about this in other Sephora recommendations video, but you need this eyeliner, either the black or the brown. I love the brown. It's my favorite brown. I created this nice thin wing using it, and that's one thing about this that I like is I rarely mess up with it because it has this perfect tip that it's not too flimsy and it's not too stiff. Before Rare Beauty's eyeliner came along, this one was my favorite black eyeliner. This tip is so different. It's flat but thin. It gives you perfect thin lines. It's waterproof. It lasts all day. And also another one that has the thinnest brush tip is this one from Too Faced. It's their chocolate one. I've never tried their black one, but I can only imagine it's this amazing. A little bit of a darker brown. It's more of a black brown as opposed to the Fenty is more of a milk chocolate, like brown. That's the difference, but I love this pen. It's super easy to apply. Worth your dollar bill. The only pencil eyeliner that I really like are from Makeup by Mario. He has these that is this brown. It has this brush where, because this is so creamy, you can easily create a line and just smudge it and you get that perfect creamy eyeliner. I find that a lot of pencil eyeliner dry up really fast. This one stays creamy and it kind of eventually dries down, but look how pigmented it is. I used it for my waterline. I lined up on my lid, and oh, it's the only one I could really like talk about. Next up, mascara. I love these three mascaras. Rare Beauty gives you the best volume ever. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smear. Amazing. One size also really separates your lashes and lifts them very nicely. It also gives you great volume. Rare Beauty, out of all of these, has the best volume. This one is a good like 3-in-1 with volume, length, and a little bit of lift. Because of the brush, you can really get into your lashes and coat them very well. All right, fam, so let's start with skin and primers. This one I've just been loving so much. It's a sticky primer. It helps your foundation just stick onto the skin. I use this one today. Milk released this one. It's a poreless blurring, and it literally leaves your skin nice and poreless and blurred and matte. This is bomb. Milk Makeup's primer game is top notch. My favorite primers. And then Rare Beauty, I use this year. It's the pore diffusing, and yes, I have big pores. I have oily skin, and it definitely diffuses the heck out of the pores. Foundations, you guys, I had to really narrow this one down because it's just so many. You guys know we are obsessed with base products here on this channel. And we're going to start off with foundation of 2022, the House Labs foundation. Simply an amazing product. I love the longevity. I love the radiance, the coverage. It's amazing. It's not heavy. I mixed both of these today. Dior's Backstage. It's not new, but I did review it this year for the first time. The shade's too light. I'm in the shade 3 Neutral. It just gives you such a light wash with a good amount of coverage though. It's not like skin tint coverage, but it's not foundation coverage. I feel like it leans more foundation skin tint. I just love how beautiful it gets throughout the day. It just, that warmth really kind of activates this foundation. Hourglass, yes. Radiant Ambient Foundation, literally it's the most full coverage radiant foundation I've seen, and I find that this is very blurring, like very blurring. The Lancome Idol foundation, it's not new, but I did review it this year, and wow, I can totally see why there's so many great reviews. It's a super matte foundation, but throughout the day, it kind of meshes, matches your skin with the warmth of your skin, and your skin just doesn't look matte dry all day, but it doesn't look super radiant. You kind of get that love, that beautiful natural skin with this one, but you have coverage here. You know, and Lancome again did it with the Ultra Care and Glow foundation. It's kind of like the twin of this one, just the glowier version. Kind of gave me skin tint foundation vibes. Also, I really just love how it looked on the skin. This Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm powder, it looks like this. I'm in the shade 6. This is really different because it's a literal balm powder slash primer. It's not really like a cream to powder foundation. It's different where you apply it on your skin, it blurs your skin out, it gives you coverage, but it's so lightweight, especially for it to be like a cream product. I absolutely love how matte it keeps your skin. Hugs your skin so well. You can use this as a primer, you can use it by itself, and wow, it really works well under foundations too. Patrick Ta's foundation, you first of all get a 2-in-1 in this. You get a foundation cream with a setting powder. This is the perfect combo because the cream is beautiful on the skin, but once you set it down with this powder, it's like the cherry on top. Your skin looks so beautiful and blurred. It's more of a medium coverage. It's definitely not full, but I just love the way it made the skin look so beautiful all day long. Recently did my skin tint wrap up and roundup, but for the most part, these are the foundations that I can really recommend and like confidently say that they will work. Concealer, this Too Faced Smoothing Concealer that just released. Pigmented, but not too pigmented. It's a serum-like concealer that gives you great coverage. Huda Beauty released her full filter concealer, and girl, this is full coverage, but it's not your full coverage where you're like, whoa, this is too much. It's like that full coverage hydrating that you put a good amount and it'll look really good. It doesn't have a scent. It's not matte and it's not super radiant. It's like that perfect, like, I feel like Kosas, people love it or you hate it. There's no like in between. I really like this concealer. It's by far the most hydrating concealers of this bunch, and it provides good coverage. I would consider this more of a lighter weight, not a full beat sort of concealer. So I really like that because the texture is super glidey. It's super hydrating, but it's very pigmented. Milk Makeup released their concealer. I love like a hydrating full coverage concealer. They may crease or not, but as long as like they're full coverage, hydrating, and kind of smoothing, we're good to go. And this one was perfect. Like I find that it's super pigmented. I thought I had less concealers, but no. This one's not new, but this is like an oldie but goodie. The NARS, you know, the pot one. Oh my God. Beautiful, full coverage. I just loved how smooth it made my under eyes look all day long. Being a cream product, sometimes I'm kind of like, I kind of question it because creamy product can tend to be heavier. It just like hugs the under eye areas, but it provides coverage, and it's perfect to spot conceal because the texture, because it is creamy, it sticks onto the skin. It doesn't really move. Usually creams are the ones that really just hug the skin quickly. And girl, this is just so good. Let's move on with blushes and bronzer. LYS, this is by far the creamiest, most pigmented bronzer ever. It's like so pigmented, such a tiny amount will go a long way and you'll have this forever. Rare Beauty Stick bronzer. I don't really want to talk about this because this thing's been sold out forever, but this is perfect. It's the perfect sort of lightweight cream bronzer. If you want to use this for like an everyday, something that's not going to be super intense, like a full beat, this is your girl. Talking about subtle, but bomb is this one. This one from Charlotte Tilbury. You guys know Charlotte Tilbury does makeup so well, and she came out with these bronzers. I find that this bronzer is more of a like cream powder bronzer. It doesn't say that it's powder, but it gives me that feel, and it lasts all day. How big this thing is, it's huge. NARS, I mean, NARS does makeup well, and they released their Laguna cream bronzer. Oh, so good, so creamy. I use this one today and I just like it. I never have like a bad bronzer patchy day when I use this one. I love this Fenty bronzer. Not only do you get all these bronzer shades that you can use for eyeshadows, you also get 2 shimmer shades that you can use for either a highlight, You can put it on your lid. It's quite the versatile palette for something you can literally use every day. And like I told you guys, that's what I kind of want to focus on, is like everyday makeup you're actually gonna use and get your money's worth, you know? And this is like the palette. Like, look at this. Ugh. And LYS again, I just used this like 2 months ago, and oh my God, it's so pigmented, but not too pigmented. LYS, they're that girl. They are. And then Mario released like his skin perfector, skin enhancing products, and I just love the bronzer that he released. It's a bronzer with highlight, and you can just like swirl your brush all over and then just kind of add it onto the skin, and it just gives you such a natural look. I do find Makeup by Mario does great makeup. Like, I haven't found a product that I'm like, oh heck no. I need to move my seat. My back hurts. I'm like too excited and I'm not like leaning back on my seat. Cream blushes that I think really work well. I haven't tried a lot of Sephora cream blushes this year, but I did try this one for the first time. Rare Beauty, oh my God. Her blushes are so good. So many different colors. They come in matte and radiant. You need this. I have it on. A little bit goes a long way, so it's gonna last you literally 5 years. And then Huda Beauty released this like very lightweight cream blush that it's super, super creamy. I just love how it glides onto the skin. I like to use this on like days I'm not wearing a lot of makeup and I just want a little bit of color. It's super convenient on the go and it has good pigment. Okay, you guys know my powder blushes. You know, Dior. I've talked about this time and time again. It's so good. It's not sold out at the moment, so this is definitely worth the buy. Gucci released a bunch of blushes, like 8 shades or something, and I have here the shade Bright Coral. Oh. And then Sephora collection has a bunch of these that I like so much. I reviewed them for the first time this year, and I just fell in love. They're super pigmented. Sephora collection, though, does good makeup. Okay, you guys, powders, and more powders. I just did 2 roundups of powder, so if you want to check it out, it is on my YouTube channel. But I just want to talk about setting powders first. The 3 that I really like that are really worth the hype, they're kind of new. Laura Mercier just re-released her talc-free powder. I really like this version because it's not super, super matte like her original. It's not hydrating, but it's not matte. Perfect in between where you can bake very, very well and your under eyes won't look all crepey and scrapey. I used this one today for my eye area. And then I used one size for my skin because it just blurs the skin so well. Like, if you want all your blurs, all your pores to go away, this is the one for you. And Rare Beauty, this is more of a like radiant setting powder that I would just finish off, or I would use it more as like a finishing powder more than anything. So finely milled, it like looks like flour, like baking flour. Oh, love it. And foundation powders that I just absolutely love, Kosas. I use this one this year. It's like a matte finishing powder, a setting powder, and like a foundation powder all in one. Very, very, very blurring. Grabbing it all the time and just like, you know, bam, bam, bam. Oh, so good. Sephora collection. This one's old and I talk about it every time, but Sephora collection will have 30% off during the sale. So I really like to talk about products that you can get even more money off, and this is it. So good. This is the one I used today to like just wipe off the bake. This is another one. I actually picked it up in this year's sale and I like it. I think it gives you such a beautiful velvety look. And this is just an honorary mention. I think I'm gonna get the big size because I just love it so much. I use this for my under eyes to brighten them up today. And you guys, sprays. I won't talk about Urban Decay because, you know, Urban Decay is also like an honorary mention. They do setting powder so well. They're very matte and they help your makeup last all day long. And that's the point of a matte setting spray. Your makeup to just stick down onto the skin and last all day. Also, Charlotte Tilbury, look, it's out. It's already on my cart because I'm getting more. This is another one that's so good. It keeps your makeup intact literally all day. I used to not believe in finishing sprays until I use this Rare Beauty. Like, first of all, look at this mist. Like, oh. And it just refreshes your makeup so well. It helps set, but I find that this is more of a refreshing spray that if you ever have too much powders or you're just feeling your skin a little bit too tight, or like some of your cream products have dried down, you spray this on, you kind of let it dry down, and then you can kind of reblend all your products. You literally see the difference in your skin. I didn't think you could, but then I did it and I'm like, you could. This highlighter has changed the game for me. I don't like highlight. Like, I am not a big highlight person because I do have oily skin, and about 3 to 4 hours my skin's already naturally highlighted. This one melts into your skin and it becomes one. Literally, your skin looks super wet, super healthy, beautiful. I wanted this one for a really long time and I'm just so happy that I got it because it is worth the hype. So you guys know how much we love lipsticks here, and I do quite a lot of lip swatching videos and you guys honestly like them the most. Hold on, let me get my mic situated. So first up, let's talk about lip liners that I'm like, what, high-end lip liners? Yes, please. Rare Beauty, I just tried this out maybe last week and oh my goodness, so creamy. It lasts all day long. It's not matte, but it's not like super creamy where it'll smear. You guys know Tarte Maracuja, these just came, they didn't just come out, but this is like the glossiest lipstick I think I've ever seen or that has ever been invented because it's so good. It's pigmented, not too pigmented. You could wear it alone or add like a lip liner. Lawless has this forget the filler sort of gloss. I feel like this would be perfect for like an everyday because it has like the perfect pink tint that brings out your natural lip color. Give just released these lip glosses and you guys look how pigmented this gloss is. Have you ever seen a gloss this pigmented? Like legitimately pigment. So Give actually does really good lip product. They get the formula right every time. Talking about Give, and let's move on to lipsticks. Lovable Me is probably my favorite nude shade of all time. Look at this. It's like a peach but kind of neutral. It works so well on my skin tone. It fell and it kind of broke, but I'll put a picture here. This lipstick, it's like this purple, beautiful shade. Some of them have a matte finish that just feel really nice, but they don't create that texture on the lip that matte lipsticks can do, and I just don't like that. You know, Rare Beauty released her lipsticks. I believe they're 12 shades. They go on super creamy and they're pigmented, but they kind of dry down matte. So you're kind of like, oh, okay, I see where it's going, but it is that type of lipstick. It is a matte lipstick. And then what I have on my lips right now, you guys, Makeup by Mario released these. I think they're holiday lip kits. Oh my God, never tried his lipsticks before. And I'm using here the smoky pink lip liner. I was looking at it, I'm like, this thing is not gonna come up on my skin tone. Because of that pigment, you see the color very, very well. And then in the kit, the lipstick named Erin, the one I have on, oh my goodness. Like, shocked and super happy on how like the lips came out. They come in 3 shades. I got all 3 shades. Dior lipsticks, I like them. I think they're amazing. I bought to the kit last year. They're 4 lipstick kit. I think it's available at Sephora right now. I think it's $50 or something. And I just love the formula of these lipsticks. They're super creamy. Some are matte, some are radiant. They're pigmented. Like, I love a good pigmented lipstick. I'm willing to spend whatever when it comes to lipstick because I just really like how a lipstick can just transform the entire look. I am so excited I got to do this video. I really wanted to go with the theme today for us to kind of have an idea. I didn't want to throw out 300 items and be like, these are all my favorite, but I really wanted to focus on like what's new, what's like an everyday makeup, what's something you will use, what's something you're gonna get your money's worth, you know? So I hope you enjoyed my top 3 to 5, 10 products because I just really wanted to condense it a little bit, you know? Let me know what you are planning on getting. I'm planning on getting a lot of like holiday sets. This year's holiday sets are banging. Like, I'm like, wait, when I saw these, I'm like, let me get these before they sell out. And they're perfect for the holiday. I think I'm gonna buy a few and then like do like some stocking stuffer type of deal because they're usually like smaller size products, but it's always good to get a smaller product or a product that's least expensive when you've never tried it and it's more of like a trial. But let me know, what else should I get? And do you want to see like a haul? Let me know. But this is it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. I know this video was long, a lot longer than I anticipated, but thank you for being here. Thank you for staying till the end, and I love you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.